Good morning, good afternoon. So this is a demo of a full solution to handle the different errors that we have in Flow Builder using custom errors and platform events. So as a Salesforce admin, Salesforce developer or user, you have been living since classic, right? We have been living with Apex triggers to manage the different errors with the add error method. Now with Flow Builder, we have a mechanism, right? It's the custom error that you can use in the record trigger flow. So instead of receiving these kind of errors, right, that we have on a daily basis, it's better to handle those errors in a better way. And I will show you how to do it with platform events and the custom error element. So there are benefits that you have in regards to that, which is better control of errors and more advanced logic to replace or enrich your validation rules. So yeah, use your imagination for designing and building any relevant use case for your business. So I will show you first the demo, and then we will discuss the configurations. So we can use it, for example, in a list view. So if we have a list view and we want to change the type, let's pretend that we have this type and we will change it to other. There is a regular validation rule that I have in cases, right? And I have a flow that is going to change this type, and this is an error that is received by the user. So we can offer more visibility in the record itself. So as you can see, we can control with the report what kind of errors we have, right? So this is saying that there is a validation rule that has fired this error. So this validation rule is in our system as of now, and we are tracking those errors in a custom object, right? So I have a custom object called exceptions, so I can control those errors. So there is a platform event object, right, that I have created here. And as you know, a platform event object cannot be reported. You cannot use it for reporting. So what we need to do is we need to create a flow that is going to be based on the exception log, and I'm going to populate the record in the custom object exception, right? So you have the platform event exception log, and then you have a custom object called exception. And this is an object that I can use for my reports. So because I'm doing this, and additionally, you can send an email if you want. What I'm doing is I'm populating this custom object. And because of this custom object, the report is possible, right? So how I am recording the errors, how I am capturing those errors. So there is a flow, in this case a before save, sorry, it's an after save flow. So based on the account, I am checking my, using a decision element, I am checking the account type, and the validation rule has a fall path, and with that I am controlling it with a new custom error element, right? So I can put a message. I will show you how we are doing that with a fall message, right? So you can pass the full message from the flow. And as a second step, I am creating a new record in the exception log, right? In the exception log, which is the platform event. So with this platform event, we can control these errors because the transaction has been broken, right? And we are separating the error from the original record trigger flow. So by doing this, we are capturing the standard validation rule in this way. If I want to do the same for another scenario, which is what if I change by type to installation partner? I have a flow that I will show you in a minute that is giving us the possibility to control what associated cases we have in this account, which you cannot do with a regular validation rule. So as you can see, the custom error element in the flow is giving me a more graceful error, right? Which is reflected in the type field or the description field. I have different messages for both, so it's better for the user to understand what is happening. And again, this is an error that I can track. So this error has been tracked as well. So the account description was missing. That's the reason why I have an error here. So how can I do that? I have this very same flow, and we have this path, and we are going through this path. So if the description is empty, then we are going through this path and we are capturing the same error here, right? So as you can see, error number 1 that we were seeing, and error number 2 there, and with the same debug error exception, I am creating a record in the platform event object so I can track it. So this is another scenario that we can have. If we have the details populated, the description populated, which is another rule that I have, so let's populate it, right? The error was saying, okay, you're missing this this description. Now you can change it. Let's do it. So now I have another error that is controlling this process. As you can see, this is a regular error, right? So we want to have a better way to do it, right? And we can control it in a different way. So in my case, these errors are tracked, and we can understand what kind of behavior we have for each account and automation that we have. So if I have a different language, which is Spanish, right, in my flow, I have different ways to control the error by language, so in English or Spanish. So I have detected a bug in the custom error element, right? So I am using the English path for that. So if I have it in Spanish, the account language is in Spanish, then I can go through this path. So I can assign the message correctly this way, right? So I am passing a variable to the custom error. So this error can be customized by language. So I can have something like this. We have feature flags, right? So with feature flags, we can control if a flow is triggered or not. So I can control the different messages, different languages, right? So in the admin, I can understand if I need to go through this path or the other path. So if I have it in Spanish and I want to change it to installation partner and the description is populated, I can save it. And now you see it's in Spanish. Ya existe un caso asociado. It means that there is an existing case associated to this account. Let's see again the error log. So we have a new error populated, right? And that's true. I have a case. Let's remove it, right? Let's pretend that this was not correct. Let's remove it. So if we change it again in Spanish to installation partner and the account description is populated, then everything goes as expected. So it's correct. I have a new case created. This is the new case. I don't have any more errors, right? Which is what we expected, because this happy path on the left has been completed, right? So that's the way we can control the different scenarios with custom error elements. Thank you.